little bit windy. Hopefully the camera stays there. Well, that's not long enough, dude, is it? Like everything, it's all the prep work that takes the time. I don't want silicone all over the place. Trial and error, not error hopefully. Not done this before, so it's a first. Well, let's get that glass out, get some adhesive inside, see where we go from there. Let's get that out. Right, okay, so in theory I can slide that across there. If there's silicone about, I shall stick my finger in it. Let's get another piece of that. That's got a nail in. Slight issue with that. Do clamping that there as well. That's got it. To do that bit underneath when it's all glued in. Just trying to make sure it's weather tight. Okay, I best leave that alone. Stays in. Oh, let's go and go up with something else then. Notice how much slack there is in there. Yeah. If anything happens, you can always remake it off. There's nothing worse than trying to put a socket on with some small tail that don't allow you to work easily on the back of the socket. So I'm just, I've just done that one up there. Do I need to make that a bit longer? Possibly. Okay, let's strip them off. I've stopped using wire strippers for some reason. I think it was because my favourite wire strippers packed in, and I've just got used to using my side cutters now. Well, there's one thing I wanted to show you. I'm not doing tech stuff, as we know, just how we're doing things. Yeah, there's one thing about wiring. Oh, I can't get in there. There's one thing about let's see if, not that you need to see my ugly face, but anyway, I've got plenty of slack. So right, stranded cables. Yeah, so stranded cable. This is Arctic Flex. Yeah. Into screw terminals like sockets. You guys know I'm sparky already, so I do this all the time. When you house wiring is twin and earth, and it's solid, it's like a solid conductor. This stuff is stranded. Okay, so when you put stranded cable into these terminals and you screw down the screw, the strands sort of spread out and separate, and what happens is, and in fact the more you tighten it, the worse it gets. You're sort of screwing down onto less and less of these strands. These strands sort of come around the screw that you're using to tighten it up to or on. You can see that in there. You see that screw stick, this one here? Well, that screws down onto the stranded cables and just splays the cables out. So what we use in the boaty world are a little ferrule called a bootlace ferrule. So let's just twist these together. Okay, so this is a bootlace ferrule. You can probably guess how he got its name. Yeah, so what it basically is a little tube, and this particular one is what about a special one. This is designed to take two cables together. That's why it's sort of rectangular. So a bit awkward leaning on my arm, but there we go. That sort of slots onto those cables, and these are all different sizes as well. Yeah, so I don't know if you can see that. Let's bring that a bit closer. Yeah, so that slots onto those cables quite happily. And there is a special tool that is just used to crimp those together. You don't have to give it loads. I don't know if you can pick up that what that's done. Can you see that? Yeah, see how it's just crimped that together? And then I'll just cut that. You could leave that on, actually, it wouldn't matter. So yeah, cables hanging in my ear. Basically that's the way I and most marine, or that's the way marine electricians should be wiring sockets on a boat. Because it probably doesn't matter what somebody's going to say, oh yeah, but the plugs are the same. Yeah, if you're wiring a plug up, it's quite a small load generally. And there's not a lot of movement for the cable strands to spread out, but in these they spread out far too easily, and these are carrying more load as well. So yeah, it is a bit of a techie thing, but yeah, always use bootlace ferrules when you're wiring stranded cable to screw type terminals. So yeah, a little top tip. You can get these from all over the place, and they are, like I say, they are called bootlace ferrules, so pretty easy to remember as well. So that's the one on the earth as well. Make sure it's nicely in there. Yeah, bit of a squeeze. I guess I may as well do the neutral while I'm here. Yeah, try and get the insulation into those little plastic insulators there. I see. Yeah, so it's not recommended, but you could just squeeze those together with a pair of pliers if you wanted to. But there is a special tool for bootlace ferrules, and of course I have it because I use it all the time. Now when we put the cable in there, let's just screw that down a little bit and see if I can show you that close up. See if I can show you that close up. I'm not sure that's going to work, but you can see now that that's screwed down, and those strands can't spread out now because they're located in that tube. So yeah, that's wiring my sockets in. I'll probably power these up temporarily, actually, down the one side of the boat. That gives me like 240 down the length of the boat. Saves me dragging the compressor around as well. So I should probably power up this side. Of course, it's all temporary because I've got to wire in the inverter and the fuse boxes, breaker box, and all that sort of stuff. So I'm just running them off a temporary supply at the moment. Yeah, in the electrical world as well, there's no such thing as a temporary. Even though we all say temporary, it still has to be to, you know, to some kind of standard, so it is safe for anybody that might be on the boat. I've got to get off my arm. Right, let's put that in there. You can see there's plenty of slack, isn't there? That is so easy. Imagine if those tails were there. It's impossible. And there's loads of room behind the cavity, so why cut them short? I don't get it. Right, so not too shabby. Yeah, I'll just show you quickly. Yeah, these are cavity boxes. That's what's inside there. You've seen me putting them in before. And just quickly how they work is when these are slotted in, this is the screw here that the front screws into, and as you screw or tighten it, then it closes up and squeezes onto well, generally plasterboard, but in this case our tongue and groove. So it will accommodate different thicknesses. This is right on the edge. 20mm is right on the edge of what you can do with these. Any longer, and I could still use them, but I would have probably had to trim the back of the wood and most likely, or sometimes, use a longer screw. But these are long enough that come with these. So yeah, that's what the cavity boxes are. Just for your reference. Right, 2 down, a few more to do. Oh, you're not so nice, that one. You're not so nice.
And we're back. Like ice in a cake.
Maybe a cheap cake. Actually, wouldn't be cheap, would it? More expensive than bloody icing. This is plenty along that bottom edge to squish in.
Is there a front and a particular way that the glass goes, is there? Or?
No.
No.
But there is for me, because the masking tape's on the outside. There. Just to make sure that bottom stays in. Just hold that bottom in. Okay, that's not going anywhere.
Okay.
I do need to check it from the other side though. Oh, looks okay. I will probably put a load of silicone around this as well.
Is that just the bonding stuff then, is it?
Yeah, well the frame will all be around this anyway, so. See, what you won't see any of this. You certainly won't get the window out with this stuff. I'll add some more on the bottom when all that comes off.
Yeah.
That's it from inside.
You Coke?
You right over there?
No.
Just swinging the boat round just so I can have a look at these side doors. Just letting the wind do all the work. Why not? So, can you come in?
Huh?
I think you're coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're getting closer. I just need to slacken that front off a little bit. Okay, side hatch installment. We've just put some window seal around here. Around here. What I found, I said before these were leaking, but they were just being pulled in on a button across the bottom. So it sort of left the top to do its own thing. The doors and the stern doors they're not folded, but they are, let me show you. They're made with angle and plate. So what that makes is that door is really, really stiff. Whereas the side hatch doors are just flat plate. So there's no fold on these at all. And because of that, these, you know, I can, and a lot of the material's been cut out as well. These doors can do their own thing. The last couple of nights there's been a lot of water down here, which is obviously going forward is completely unacceptable. What am I doing about it? Well, I spoke to Aintree about it. Sent them an email just. In the meantime, I have to find solutions myself. So this is a window seal. It's more substantial than the stuff you get in B&Q and stuff. It is from the chandlery. Now that gives me a seal to pull onto. Now the problem is when they fitted these doors, they just put a batten across here to hold the doors shut. Well, of course, the top just does work itself. So what I'm going to do for winter, same thing, put a batten across to hold the bottom. But we're also going to drill, I'm going to drill 2 holes here, and fit 2 more bump stops and fit a batten across here as well, which will pull everything in. Obviously at the moment it was quite easy last night because I could screw into the wood that was here. I think it's quite difficult to screw into glass. I haven't tried that, but I'm not going to. So yeah, Fran's just gone to the DIY store just to see if you can find some of those bump stops. Needed some anyway because there's not any on the back doors, there's not any on the bow doors, and every time we open in the doors it's sort of metal on metal, which it annoys the hell out of me. So I'm going to drill these same place as what the bottom ones are. So basically when the doors open there'll be a bump stop top and bottom, and that will go back and sit against the paint. This will, even with the silicone on there, I can put that in there, look. There's one. There's 2. Let's put them that way. Just because it's still got the spaces on. So there's a bit of luck. That will go in there. That'll do for now. I'll cut some of these, I think, in a second. So that's the idea, really. I shall probably put a bit of wood on here, just screw down just to hold those bottom pieces in. So why have I done that now? So I can go outside and put masking tape on the glass, make sure they're in the right place, which this one isn't, it's too far over. Of course, that's assuming these holes are square, which they ain't.
A lot of the time.
Any of the time. Yeah, that's as close as that's going to be. Yeah, I'll just cut me a different wedge in a bit, I think. A couple of little wedges just to go in there. And that's the idea, really. I want to move that one over as well, now I've done that. About there. Get the idea?
Happy?
Ecstatic. Right, so I'll go mask those up outside. Then I can pull those out, put all the gunk in, and I can leave them and go on to something else. Right before that goes off, yeah, I was saying we're on the we're off to America for our holidays, hollybobs. There's been work.
Should have been last year.
Should have been last year. That was all cancelled, wasn't it? So it's all moved to this year. Of course, we thought we was getting the boat midpoint in the year, and we'd have got a lot done, but of course we didn't. All the delays. So we're off there. Then we're back for Christmas.
And then it's our big trip.
Then it's our big trip. So again, this was cancelled from last year when we didn't have a boat, and it's like, let's go away then. So yeah, winter in South Spain, probably, most likely, or most definitely. So we'll be headed. We've got a ferry booked on the 29th of December. So the work will probably, well, the work will stop on Moonshine for a while. We'll probably have enough material to take us through into January, because there's so much going on at the moment. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that.
Yeah.
We do have another channel,
which is our van trip.
Which is our van channel. You know, vans and boats are very similar. No, they're not. van life and boat life is very similar. And we've got a van channel that if you want to, no pressure, no hard sell, but that's called Fran and Mart Van Travellers. Nowhere near as big as the boat channel at the moment, but yeah, we'll be heading down to Spain. So if that sort of floats your boat as well, go and have a look at that. There is a link to that in our other videos link. I'm not sure it's called that. It's called something else, but on this page somewhere.
But you can put the link on there.
Yeah, I'll put the link down below if you want to. No big deal. We do that van stuff, and we do travel a lot around in our van. That's stopped.
We have done this year.
We have done this year, yeah. That's stopped obviously since we've had the boat, but yeah.
We're going from Portsmouth to, what's it called?
Caen or whatever. Caen. I don't know how you say that. Of course, there are some flies in the ointment, and some of them are like the French fishermen. So let's see if they're playing up. But we're hoping the 29th they might be all sleeping after Christmas or something, and we can get through. Anyway. So yeah, I best press on and finish these windows off. But we just wanted to
just let you know, really, if you want to follow us on that for a few months. Then
yeah, if you want to follow us on that for a little bit.
Just hop over to the other channel, and then when we come back,
we'll crack on with this again. Already booking jobs in for April, aren't I?
Yeah.
So I guess that's good. Got work to come back to straight away, so that's good. So right, let me carry on with this. Now all you guys are in the picture.
Hopefully you'll follow us.
And we probably will put. I mean, I don't know. We're mad into Disney and Orlando and stuff. That's where we're going. So we probably will put some stuff up on that on our van channel. We certainly won't put it on here. So maybe you'd like to see that. Maybe you wouldn't. Maybe who cares? But there you go. Right, I'm gonna go and do this.